Hello, dear students. We are doing chapter 11, The King and the Tree Goddess. We have completed the first and second part of the story. Let's see what happens next, where the tree goddess is trying to convince the king to change his mind. While studying activity 4, we came to the part where the tree goddess explains how she has always been useful to everyone around earth, the birds, the animals, men, children, women. She has always given to the world. Let's see how the king responds. That's true enough, good tree goddess, said the king, but all the same, I cannot spare you. My mind is made up. My will cannot be shaken. So the king says that that's true. I mean, whatever you are doing, that's true. That the tree has always been useful, but all the same, even then, he cannot spare you. I mean, he will not spare. He will not leave the tree. He has made up his mind. He has decided. My will cannot be shaken. His need, his desire will not be shaken. The tree goddess sank her head upon her breast and spoke in tones of great sorrow. So, the tree goddess, that image which the king was seeing, she sank her head. When you feel low, you see down. So, she sank her head upon her breast and spoke in great sorrow. She had come thinking that the king will agree, but he said that his mind is made up and he will not change his mind. So she spoke in tones of great sorrow. Then, mighty king, grant me one last request. She decided that the king is not going to change his mind. So, either way, if she is going to get cut, let's see how she requests. Let me be felled in three parts. Don't cut me with a single stroke, but let the tree fell in three parts. First, my head with its crown of waving greenery. Next, my middle with its 100 strong arms and hands. And last, my base, which bears the heaviest and knottiest of my limbs upon it. So, felled. How it is to be cut? It is to be cut in three parts. The first part, the crown, the head, that which is full of greenery, that shall be the first part. The middle part, from where all the branches are there, that will be the second part. And the last will be the of the roots, the part with the roots. There have been so many knots means gut. So, and that will be the third part. This is a strange request, said the king. I have never before heard of someone who wished to suffer the death stroke thrice. Why not suffer it once and have done with it? Now, the cutting of the tree, it is same as killing the tree. So when this request was made that she should be cut in three parts, the king said that this is quite a strange request. With every cut, the tree will have to suffer, will have to bear that pain of that death stroke. Imagine, like you are being chopped with an axe. So why to suffer that pain thrice? Why not suffer it once and have done with it? Let it get over. The reason is plain, said the tree goddess. It's it's plain. It means that that reason is very simple. Dozens of young deodar trees have sprung from me and have grown up around me. Now from a big tree, other small trees with that same roots have come up, have sprung from that tree and have grown up around me. Should you fell me with one mighty stroke, my weight would certainly crush all my children to death. Now, when a big tree fells, the small trees, even they will be crushed. So, that tree did not want that to happen. But if I suffer the stroke three times and fall in three pieces, some of the young ones may escape. Is my prayer granted? So, if a big tree falls suddenly, all the trees will be crushed. But if it is chopped three times and it will be like some of the young ones, some of the young trees, they may escape, they may be safe. And then she asked, "Is my prayer granted? Is my wish granted?" "Indeed it is," said the king as the tree goddess faded from his vision. So the king said, "Yes, your prayer is granted." And when he said that, the tree goddess faded. She wiped from his vision, from his sight. The next morning, the king called his children and his minister and his foresters, the people who take care of his forest, to him and told them that he had changed his mind and that the column for the new palace be built of stone, not wood. So, after that night, when the dream was over, the king called his children, the ministers, and the foresters, and told them that he had changed his mind. His wish he has changed, and the column for the new palace, the strong pillar for the palace, be built of stone, not wood. And then he gave the reason. "For," said he, "within the Deodar tree lives a spirit nobler than my own." The reason for changing his mind, that in that Deodar tree there lives a spirit, the tree goddess, who is noble, who is nobler, who is more noble, who is more good than his own, than the spirit of the king. And he told them of his vision, and they all marveled. The king then told about his dream, the vision of the tree goddess, the sight of the tree goddess, and they all marveled. Marveled means they were like awed, they admired that the tree goddess came into the dreams of the king and he had that vision.